Hello everyone and welcome to the exchange. Today we have with us George Burgess, a famous football player.
Welcome.
Ex or still?
Yeah, I'm retired now. Fortunately, 2 years retired, but
Yeah.
I still play down at the local parks when I can.
Okay. And you mentioned you're doing an event on the weekend.
Yeah. So there's a group of old retired players. I'm like the young one in the group, but
Okay.
we do like a
Thank you.
legends game against the local communities.
Yeah.
So we did one in Yarrabah up in Cairns last year, but
Mm-hmm.
we do about 6 or 7 a year. It's about getting back to the community, seeing the kids in the schools, local schools, and we get to like all the local country places. And,
No tackling.
yeah, it's full tackle.
Is it?
Yeah, full tackle.
Okay.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
The last game I played, I went a little bit too hard. This guy tried to tackle me, and he hit his head on my hip,
His head.
bounced off and hit his head on the floor, and he was knocked out.
Wow.
So this time I'm just gonna take it a little bit easy. You
Okay.
know? Just jog around and maybe sub myself off after a few goes.
Are you still playing the same position as during your career in front?
Yeah. But I was kicking goals last time,
Okay.
which is something that I've never done before.
No.
So that was fun.
Look, I think today will be an interesting conversation with you,
Yeah.
considering your career, your life, and we met last time. You shared with me what you're doing right now,
Yeah.
which is very inspiring. I think for people who quit sport, especially, and I think after today's interview, they can realize that there is still a career ahead of them
Yeah.
in sport.
100%.
Can you share with us how did you start your career? Was it your
Yeah.
family who gave you to the school and let you play?
Yeah. So for me, I grew up in a rugby league playing family.
Yeah.
My dad played, my mum played, my dad was a coach as well. So, and I had three brothers, one of 4 boys,
Yeah.
and it was just sport. Rugby league was our religion, you know.
Yeah.
It was on the weekend. That's what you do. You go to the rugby club, and it was a Sunday service. You know, it was sport, and being at the rugby club all day.
You're saying is Sunday service. The majority of the people Sunday services go to church.
Yeah.
For you, it was actually
It was
playing
sport.
rugby. Yeah.
Yeah, it was sport and rugby, and we used to, you know, help out and volunteer. Mum used to make the food after the games and stuff for all the kids. So it's kind of like it was a community thing, and
Yeah.
that's just how we grew up. And so I suppose being a professional, I didn't really think about it too much until probably I was 13,
Yeah.
14, and I started to see my brother have some success. You know, I was like, if he can do it, I can do it. So it's
Yeah.
like, but I wasn't the most talented football player growing up, and I had to work really hard from probably 15, 16 to start making it into some of the big leagues. But I suppose my development really increased when I came to Australia and started being around some really good coaches, and
Yeah.
the systems over here that they have in the sport it's probably the best in the world. It's best in the world. So I really improved when I came out to Australia, and I got super fit, a lot fitter than I am now.
Yeah.
And
Were you the same height before as when you came to Australia?
yeah, I was
Also big.
18, you know, young and hungry, and
Yeah.
I came on a low contract, just came for a chance and just worked hard really.
Amazing. Are you a very competitive person?
I am sometimes, but
Yeah.
sorry, I'm sweating a bit. I think it's the vodka you gave me.
Should we finish it?
Yeah, well, I might as well. I mean, when I'm on the field, I am,
Yep.
but off the field, I'm pretty chilled.
Yep.
I'm a different person, but yeah, I'm more of I'm a creative person, and I was always a creative person before I was into sport. So I think sport took over and now I can come back to that creative side that I have,
Yeah.
which is nice. And that's why I'm loving doing what I'm doing at the minute. You know, get to be my creative self and have fun.
Yeah, amazing. But in terms of growing up with the three brothers,
Yeah,
who was the most competitive and the aggressive one?
yeah. It was definitely Sam,
Yeah.
the middle brother. He was in his age group. You know, he was number one in the country in his sport. So he was kind of like the leader in our family in terms of sport.
Yeah.
So he was very talented and paved the way for me and my brothers, definitely. And he was the first one to come out here, and you know, I owe a lot of my career to him because he mentored me, and he wasn't just a big brother. He was kind of like like a father figure as well when our dad passed away. So it was really special guy.
Supportive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And in terms of your current day-to-day activities,
Yeah.
what is it? What are you focusing on right now?
Yeah, so I'm doing a few movies.
Yeah.
So my day-to-day stuff is reading scripts. And, but my day job is actually I work with a company called Well Street. So we help people buy properties, investment properties, and the reason for me getting into that was I wanted to help players, you know, when they're playing footy, to make sure that they've got something to show for it afterwards, and they've got a bit of a few properties under their belt, and I think that was my main reason. And I've been with them 12 months now, and I really enjoy it. I just get to help people. I'm like partnerships manager, so
Beautiful.
I meet up with all the mortgage brokers, which is fun, and make sure they're happy with what service they're getting with their clients, and make sure they understand what we do, and it's pretty good. I got my brother involved as well, so me and Luke work together, and it's like being back in the changing room again.
Yeah, okay. But no boots.
Yeah, so it's good, and he works with the clients, so he's doing a really good job.
Yeah.
He's very much got the brains of the family, Luke, and he's doing really well. He's very good at maths, and so he helps people with the strategies and the investments. He's an investment specialist now, so.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Right now you're doing you're offering financial services to athletes.
Yeah, not just athletes. I mean, that's how it started. But now it's just everyday mum and dads and everyday Australians. You know, there's actually a stat: 1 in 4 Australians retire below the poverty line. And we're trying to reverse that trend, trying to help people break the system a little bit and realize there's good debt and bad debt, and you got to invest in property. You know, Australia's number 1 in the world for property in terms of risk. It's like a 0.0% risk rating compared to other countries, which is, you know, pretty cool country to live in.
Yeah.
So.
All right. And what about the movies? How the movies fit into your schedule?
Oh well, to be honest, it's good because the guys they're happy for me to take time off if I get a role. You know, I think long term is something I want to be doing full time. But at the minute, you know, it's jobs coming up here and there. Yeah. But eventually I want to be a full-time actor. I just did 2 months in New Zealand doing a TV show, and they let me do that, which I was really thankful for, because it's a good experience, and I got to be a gladiator for a couple months, which is cool. Learn how to fight with swords and whatnot.
Okay, I'm sure you learned how to fight without the swords on the field.
Yeah. Right. It was.
Thank you.
It's really cool, actually. You know, it's learning how to.
Thank you.
Learning the forgotten art form. You know.
Yeah.
That no one does anymore. You realise a lot of activities that we do today are closely related to sword fighting and stuff. It's cool. You should try it.
Yeah.
Should try
Maybe
the,
one day we can have a lesson.
yeah. It's kind of like what's that sport? I forgot what it's called. I had a bump to the head last night, guys.
It's a fishing. We'll go to fishing one.
Yeah, no. What's the sport called? Fencing, yeah, fencing. So it's kind of related to that, but yeah, like martial arts involved in it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Do you need to be physically strong, or it's more about reaction?
It's more
stamina.
It's more agility.
Agility.
Yeah. I had to get my hips very mobile.
That's what you usually get injured on the field.
My hips bad. Like,
Yeah.
I've got a metal hip on my right side, and that's
Thank you.
pretty much why I retired. You know,
Yeah.
in the end, it was too hard with my hip,
Yep.
and I was trying to keep going for a little bit there. I went against the recommendations of the
Thank you.
surgeon
Yep.
and the doctors by going back to play. I was just too stubborn.
Yeah.
I was like, they told me I had to retire, so I was like, obviously I'm going to try to keep playing.
Yeah.
If someone tells me to do something, I'm pretty stubborn, you know. Bit of salt in there.
It's a good trait to be stubborn. It usually helps in life.
Yeah, can go either way.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
I played for 12 months with the metal hip, and first rugby league player to ever play sport with the metal hip.
Is it legal?
Sorry?
Is it legal? Can you actually
Oh
play?
yeah,
with-
yeah, you're allowed to do it, but no one's ever tried it before.
Yeah.
No one's been that stupid. But after 12 months, you know, it started to feel a little bit dodgy, and I was like, you know what? I just got offered to do a movie with Russell Crowe, and
Yeah.
he offered to mentor me on this movie, and
Amazing.
so it was too good of an opportunity to pass up.
Yep.
So I had another year left on my contract, and I just said, I'm out.
Yeah.
And they
How was the experience with Russell? Was it good?
right. So I met Russell when I was 18, down here. He was on the end of the wall for him. Because he owns the club that I play for,
Yeah.
and he signed me.
The Rabbitohs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he signed me. We walked from Potts Point, where we were staying, down through here. We stopped in the cafe in the Rocks, and he was like, in his gladiator voice, you know, he had this idea of putting brothers in a team to instill that brotherhood feel in the team, you know. And he'd already signed Sam, and he knew that he had a few big brothers.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I want to meet your brothers. And then as soon as we met, he offered me a contract on the spot.
Wow.
And I said yes. Didn't ask how much the money was.
No?
I just said, if Russell Crowe offers you a contract, you say yes. So I came when I was 18, and we've been friends ever since. We go to his farm every year, and I never told him about the acting stuff because I didn't want him to think that I was trying to like leech off him or whatever. But I always just did it by myself, and I used to get classes, and whilst I was still playing, I used to go do NIDA classes and screen wise, and I was just my passion, you know.
But do you think Russell would coach you as well?
Yeah, and then he kind of got wind of what I was doing. I think he saw something, and so he kind of tested me out, and he asked me to come up to his farm, and from the airport to his farm is about a half an hour drive, and he in the car picked me up. There was a script, and he said, read the script.
Yeah, in the car.
And read these characters, and when we get here, they're going to do a table read with all these really experienced actors, you know, himself as well.
Wow.
Bit daunting,
Yeah.
but I think I did all right because he agreed to take me on and do some mentoring with me, and
Beautiful.
I did a movie with him in the Gold Coast, which was cool.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing another one next month, which is shooting in Sydney and Thailand.
Again with Russell.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
So it's like a mixed martial arts movie, which it's a really cool story.
A bit of fencing.
No fighting. No, I'm not. I don't play a fighter. I play a guy who works on the fishing boats, and he works as a fisherman, and his friend who works on the boat with him is an ex-fighter, and he's retired. He's kind of washed up a little bit, and he decides to get back into fighting again. So my character quits his job and helps train him. But he's kind of just a lovable, like, simple guy who's not very smart, but he becomes really good friends with this guy and quits his job so that he can help him train. And it's a good story.
Yeah.
It's like a redemption story, you know. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's good.
And
Is it happening next year?
no, next month.
No, next month already.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice, bro.
It is a good one. Thank you very much.
Baby rocket,
Lovely.
mayonnaise.
Amazing. Thank you.
Natural also from Pembrokeshire, 6 with salmon roe, cucumber, chardonnay dressing.
Thank you very much.
Very fancy.
Do you like playing games? You do.
I love games.
Draw a ticket. You can't read it through. What does it say?
Sport.
Okay, we can't talk about sport. We're gonna talk about
Oh, women.
women.
Huh? You want to talk about women?
Sure. Are you married?
I am. I'm married. I've been married since 2016,
Yeah.
and my wife's name's Joanna. We've got 3 beautiful children,
Amazing.
and at the minute, we live up in the Sunshine Coast,
Yeah.
and I have to stay in Sydney during the week. But weekends, I'm up there. But yeah, we've had a rough time, me and Joanna, but we kind of living separate at the minute. But we get on great, you know.
Yeah.
She's a great mom, and lovely.
She supports all your activities, filming,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
you know that you joined the finance
Yeah.
industry.
I think Joanna, her mum just passed this year, and she wanted to get away and be around her family. Her dad lives in Noosa, and a lot of her family live there, so
Yeah.
I think she just wants to be somewhere where she feels comfortable, which I fully supported, and got a beautiful place up there for her, and so it's nice because I go up on the weekends, and it's a nice getaway for me.
Yeah.
And hopefully next year I can start working a bit more from Queensland, and you know,
Close to the family.
because I need to be around the kids more. You know. But
How old are they now?
5, 6, and 7.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
What is the gender?
boy and 2 girls.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're good kids, very good kids.
Are they playing rugby like a father?
Yeah,
They do?
my son, he's 7. He started playing this year, and I didn't know if he would like it because he was never into it. When we take him to the games, he's just not interested at all.
Yep.
But he loved it. I think because I gave him the incentive of $10 for every try,
Yeah.
he was like, started enjoying it, and like realized he can buy things by scoring tries. So he loved it, and
This is how you were
but
trained?
then I said to him after the season, I was like, "You want to play next year?" He said no.
Man.
I was like,
Do
"All right,
you know why? $10 is not enough. It was a hint.
I might have to up it. I might have to up it. Yeah, we'll do 20 next year.
Yeah.
But he was scoring too many tries. It cost me too much money.
Number 1 player in the team.
This is unbelievable.
The beef carpaccio.
Yeah.
Yeah, beef carpaccio is their signature dish. It was on the menu since the day this venue was opened. I think like 14 or 15 years already. This is I think it's
Wow.
one of the 2 dishes which stays on the menu.
Very good. So how long have you been over here?
In Australia, 15 years.
I'm interviewing you now.
Not long.
15? Oh, same as me.
So what was the question?
So how long have you been You fought from Russia.
Yeah, I was away from Russia for 15 years. Yeah. Came here to study
No. And what did you study?
aviation management
Oh yeah.
and then accounting.
Smart man.
Don't
And,
think so.
And who's the most interesting guest you've had on here? So far?
Apart of you.
No, not including me.
Look, everyone is
Different.
very different and interesting person. Look, everyone has different life, different story.
Yeah.
You know, and I can guarantee your story will inspire many people. You know, an athlete, a young, migrated, came to Australia, achieved so much. You know, played in in 14 and 13. You had your finals here in Australia. You played in in the World Games, on the world stage.
You know what? I never played in any final as a kid, in any kind of big game.
Yeah.
So my first ever big final was the NRL Grand Final. And managed to win it and score a try, which is something that I never thought would be possible. But yeah, crazy things happen, eh?
Look, I'm sure deep down, you knew you will do it. You just didn't want to admit to yourself.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I always believed in myself, but when it happens, you're like, wow, that happened, you know?
Yeah.
And people still, the best thing is, it was 43 years since they won South Sydney.
Yeah.
So we've grown men in tears, and I still get people coming up to me today and telling me where they were when scored that try and how much it meant to them. So that's pretty cool, you know.
Man, 43 is how many generations it is?
Yeah. So a full life of people not seeing their team win. So you know, the last time they won before that, it was in black and white. So pretty cool.
Unbelievable.
And it was 10 years ago. We've got the 10-year reunion coming up this weekend.
Yeah, this is this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to miss it, unfortunately. But there's a good documentary that they've put out on the Rabbitohs website.
Okay.
You should watch it.
Yeah.
It's on like the 10-year anniversary of the grand final.
I'm sure our audience would love to watch it as well.
Rabbitohs TV. It's good. It's good watch. I watched the first 2 episodes already, and some unseen footage, you know, from the pre-season that I've never seen before. I remember the cameras being there, but I was like, yeah, I wonder what they ever did with that footage. And then they've saved it for this, which is cool. And it's kind of like the the Last Dance, you know, with Jordan, how they had that footage that no one had seen before. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Do you feel sad not playing anymore?
Nah, man.
Moved on?
Nah, I still have to be involved in the game in some way. I'll always have to be involved in the game.
Yeah.
No matter what I do. So whether it be coaching or, you know, helping players out with properties or whatever, it's something that I just need to. You have to stay connected. It's been a big part of your life. So. My brother's coaching over in England at the minute. He's trying to get me to come over and do some coaching as well. So I might do that at some point. And just stay connected. But I definitely can't play anymore.
Yeah.
I've tried.
But when you talk about coaching, are you more talking about physical form, strategy, or it's more about mental as well?
Bit of forwards, technical stuff.
Yeah.
Like around the ruck. Working with young forwards, giving them belief, mentality.
Yeah.
It's something that I like to do. I'm going to coach the under 16s hopefully next year. That's kind of the age group that I like to work with. It's the age that I decided, you know, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
So I think at that age you're very kind of deciding whether you're going to do it as a career or you're going to go off with your mates and get on the piss and party. So you got to go one way or the other. And so it's kind of, for me, it's a good time for me to like inspire them or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
I had a really good coach at that age, and he kind of inspired me to go on with it, you know. Oh, sorry. So yeah, I lost my dad at that age at 15. So it's kind of like a fork in the road moment. Do you let that deter you, or does it motivate you? You know, and as four brothers, we came together and
Yep.
decided we were gonna help leave a legacy, and we actually put that on Dad's gravestone. You know,
Oh.
your legacy will always live strong, Dad. And we, you know, like to think that we stuck to that and
You obviously did.
made something of it. You know, Sammy just got inducted into the NRL Hall of Fame, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so he's going to be there forever. And yeah.
What about
pretty
your
cool.
mother? Did she come as well?
Mom, yeah. So when Tom came, my twin, he was the last brother to come. He when he came over in 2013, Mum was like, "All right, I'm not going to stay in England if none of my boys are here." So
Yeah.
we flew her out, and we got a job. We got her an interview for a job at Scots College. She teaches languages, and she nailed the interview, and she's been working there ever since.
Okay.
So yeah, she's a really. I meet a lot of guys because it's a boys school. I meet a lot of kids and grown-ups now that tell me that my mum taught them in school, and it's pretty cool, you know.
What is she teaching? What languages?
French and Spanish.
Okay. I was actually looking to learn Spanish.
Oh, my mum can teach you.
Yeah?
She does
well-
she does private tutoring
Really?
and stuff. Yeah.
Maybe that's what I can do.
Yeah. Well, she's getting ready to retire now. She's kind of like 60, 63. So I think she's looking at. Oh, she's 62 actually. Sorry, Mum. Forgot your age. So she's looking at retiring and just doing private tutoring and stuff. So she's worked every day of her life since she was 20. So she's deserves a rest, and she was a footy player as well. So she's a special woman. It's Julie B. I didn't grow up watching my dad play. I grew up watching my mum play.
Yeah?
So I remember vividly seeing my mum get a nose broken in
Oh my God.
in a game of footy, and it's just blood streaming down her nose. And she went back on the field and kept playing.
Wow.
And the same thing happened to me when I was 15 or 16. I was like, "Fuck, if my mum did it, then I have to do it." So I went back on the field and ruined my nose. But yeah, had a few surgeries since to fix it up. But yeah,
Yeah, wow.
it's not the best.
It sounds like your mother was the actual inspiration for you.
Yeah.
And a role model, I guess.
Yeah, she was. I mean, when Dad stopped playing at 30, Mum started playing. So she played from 30 to 40. So I suppose they both couldn't play, you know, at the same time. So when Dad retired, Mum took over, and she played for her country, you know, played for Great Britain, which was cool. But back then, you know, the women's game wasn't really big. It's great to see what it is now in Australia with the women's NRL. It's amazing to see how far it's come.
Yeah.
Because I grew up watching women's sport most weekends, you know. And
And it was different.
oh yeah, it's just not professional like it is now, which is cool. So it's really cool to see. But I've got two daughters that I hope they might be into playing NRL one day, and
Yeah.
women's NRL.
Okay.
Yeah, we're into it now, aren't we?
No, I think it would be cool, you know, one day to actually catch up with all your brothers.
Yeah.
And
We were going to do a podcast at one point. I think maybe the boys did. They did a few episodes, but didn't really kick on.
yeah.
But yeah, I kind of like it. It's my good friend does a good podcast. I've been on a few times. You know James Graham? He's the the Buy Round podcast. Shout out Jammer.
Thank you.
He always used to listen to the Ricky Gervais one. You know, the Ricky Gervais podcast.
Yep.
That was like his thing that he had to listen to fall asleep when we were away with England. So I think from there he's like always wanting to be the next Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
in rugby league.
You know, today's the election day
Oh really?
in America. Yeah. Today we're gonna get the polls up. Who do you think, Trump or
Trump
Kamala?
all the way.
Yeah.
I don't mind Trump. I reckon he's alright.
What is the probability you think you're gonna win? What are the chances?
I don't know, man. It could go either way, but I think the whole woman president thing might be something that they'll go for. But I don't know if she's qualified. But
Yeah.
not many of the presidents are these days, really. I don't think the best leaders actually want to be president.
Yeah.
You know, or
All right. Let's drink for Trump to win.
yeah, is he your guy?
Yeah,
Trump.
he's not me personally.
Nice.
I'll ask you a very weird question. Probably shouldn't, but I will.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years.
And look, funny enough, we're actually almost same age.
So, how old am I now? 32. 42. The kids will be all teenagers. You know, I'd love to be traveling the
Yeah.
world, doing movies, big movies, cool projects. You know,
Yeah.
helping people, doing some charity stuff, just enjoying life basically.
How interesting that the trait to help people. It probably comes from your mother from the childhood because
Yeah.
she was helping people
Yeah.
in the field.
Yeah.
Because you observed and you absorbed it,
Yeah.
and now you want to give back.
Oh man, that's all we're here for. I think, you know, at the end of the day.
To serve others.
Yeah, that's I think that's how we've evolved, you know, passing on knowledge and passing on skills.
Yeah.
So the more you can help people, the more you can help yourself, I believe. But yeah, you gotta live, love, learn, pass it on.
Yeah. What do people say? Love yourself, laugh at yourself, then you can live with yourself.
Yeah.
It's all about love.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also giving and the caring.
Yeah, man. 10 years is
It's gonna fly
it'll come around quick.
very quick.
But yeah, it's good. It's good to set some goals, you know, and actually work towards them. Just
Yeah.
have a clear path and clear focus. Because it does. Before you know it, it's 10 years has come by pretty quick. I can't believe it was 10 years ago that it was the grand final. So
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have said 10 years ago if you asked me that question, but I don't know if it would be this. But yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, it will be interesting if we're gonna have another conversation in 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe here.
Yeah, we can come back and
Revisit.
hopefully they've still got the carpaccio.
Yeah, beef carpaccio. Yeah. It was very nice.
Russell, after the grand final, he lives on the end of the wharf. He's got his place on the end of the wharf here,
Yeah.
and he gets on the boat from here to the game. So you can actually get out.
Outside.
You can go up the river and then get up by Homebush.
Oh, okay.
So he travels on the boat and then he comes back on the boat, which is a pretty cool way to go to a game. And they had a big party after the grand final back here,
Yeah.
which was fun. But we had our own party, which was went for a few days, a few too many days, which was fun.
Oh, you deserved it.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Didn't want it to end really, but I had to go. I wanted to go and celebrate more, but I had to go into an England training camp,
Yeah.
which was oh god, just want to celebrate. But after we finished that, I went around America and traveled around there for 3 weeks, which was cool. First time I'd been to America as an adult, so I was 22, so
Yeah.
just at the legal age. And we did Vegas and Miami, New York, LA, all that stuff. That's where I met Cannon.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's where I first met Cannon in New York, and I turned up to New York.
What a man. Still the same?
Yeah.
As he was before?
He was
Didn't
exactly
change?
the same. And I didn't even have a hotel booked when I arrived in New York. And he hooked me up at this beautiful hotel, and yeah, he came to meet me. He'd never met me before. He came to meet me. He's like, "You guys are crazy, just rocking up to New York." But now we've been friends ever since. And he moved back to Sydney. And when my brother Sam moved to England at the same time, he kind of filled that spot for me as a big brother, you know.
Yeah.
So we used to hang out a lot. And at the time, I was on the board of directors at the RLPA, with the Rugby League Players Association. And before the board meetings, I'd go sit with Cannon and brainstorm some ideas. And yeah, he's a smart guy, you know. He knows a thing or two about what works and what doesn't. So he's had a successful career with his Victoria's Secrets and his creative directing.
Kanye?
So, yeah, very easy. Yeah. Have you seen the Yeezy documentary?
Not yet.
You gotta watch it, man.
Yeah.
He's I like Kanye. He gets a bad rap, but I like him. He's a genius.
Yeah. Look,
Sammy once met Kanye.
he did.
And he had dinner with him in London with Russell, and I think they ended up making the news or whatever. But he got really drunk, and he started trying to sing his songs in front of him. And he was singing that 4 5 seconds to Friday. Like, he was singing all the wrong days, you know, like 4 5 seconds till Thursday and stuff like that. He's like, "Don't sing my songs, white boy." So it was pretty funny. And he said, "I just want to make shoes for poor people like you." Like pointing at Sammy, and it was funny. When he told me about it, it was hilarious. But yeah, him and Russell are good friends. So you always never know which famous people are going to be around when Russell invites you to a dinner or whatever, which is funny.
Always a surprise.
Yeah. Oh man, I was so starstruck one time. I was just moved here. I was like 19, and we got invited to this party at the Star. And at the time, there was Great Gatsby was filming in Sydney, so they had like all the guys there, like Leo, Toby Maguire, Elle McPherson was there, and I was just we were watching Stevie Wonder perform like 10 meters away from us, and I was just like, what's happening, you know? I'm this 19-year-old kid in Sydney with all these like Hollywood people, so it was pretty crazy, man. But pretty fun night.
Yeah.
I was kind of like trying to play it cool around Leo. And,
did you have a hair back?
And, yeah. And not be a fanboy, but I was just shook his hand and said, "Nice to meet you, mate. Love your work."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, you're a big guy." But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it would be funny if he would say the opposite.
Yeah. I know, but you never know. I might do a movie with him one day.
Look, I'm sure you surround yourself with the right people, with the right ambitions, and look, as you said, you keep improving. You know, you're attending lessons.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man. I like learning on the job, you know, and I think I don't know, the last acting job I was on, I kind of felt like a lot of actors they close themselves off from soaking everything in because they think they've learned it all already in acting school.
Yeah.
And for me, I think because I'm always soaking it in when I'm on a set or whatever. I kind of feel it's a better way to be.
Do you actually have a flexibility to improvise, or you need to actually
Yeah.
memorize all the lines?
No, I prefer to improvise. I think
Yeah.
it's better. I don't like if someone gives me a script. I look at it,
Yeah.
but I won't memorize it off by heart.
Okay.
I'll kind of just I will get the bones of the story, and then kind of try and put it in my own way. But some directors don't really like that, but some do.
Yeah. But when you, let's say you play a role, let's say gladiator, do you actually need to learn the script for the day when you're shooting?
Yeah.
Or you need to learn everything in advance?
Nah.
No?
You just
Thank you.
you get like a schedule of what films, what
Yeah.
scenes you're gonna do, and then on the day, by the time you've done like 5 or 6 takes, you've learned the lines already. So
Yeah, okay.
yeah, I don't worry too much about the lines. More about the feeling of it,
Yeah.
and what's happening in your brain, what's happening, how emotional are you, and So it's good to read a script numerous times in different states, So you want to read it when you get up in the morning and you're feeling a bit tired, or you want to read it after you've just had an argument with someone, or you want to read it in different mental states, so you can get a well-rounded feel of what the script is.
Yeah.
And that's something I've found works for me, and makes it more of a in your brain, when you've read it in a few. I like to read a script at least 10 times
Yeah.
before I'm going to do the movie or whatever.
And then is it difficult for you to actually exit that persona which you're in when you're playing a gladiator? When you finish filming, are you still a gladiator outside on the street, or you actually, or not anymore?
I mean, I was only doing it for 2 months, but
Yeah.
I suppose like there's an actor there who was on the last House of Dragon, the Game of Thrones thing,
Yeah.
and
Which one?
his name's Graham McTavish. So
Okay.
he played like the King's Guard to the Targaryen girl, and
A girl was a guardian.
yeah, he did a shoot for 2 years straight. So he kind of lived in that world for 2
Wow.
years. So I mean, doing that, I think you definitely would get into the character as well. You hear stories about Heath Ledger and the Joker, and the way that he used to act was very much method, and
Yeah.
he kind of you can get lost in a character when you commit to that level and to that detail. But I suppose that's part of the fun.
What advice would you give to the younger generation
Yeah.
who are now maybe starting their career, and again, what they're gonna face in the future? Because
Yeah.
at the end of their career will finish.
Yeah.
But you are the role model for them because you moved on. How was it for you?
I'd say whatever it is, whether it's sport or whatever you're gonna do, there's gonna be failures. It's a given. So but it's how you deal with it, how you overcome and react from the failures that kind of defines you.
Yep.
And if you do that, you always come out on top. If you don't give up and keep grinding, then you always works out in the end. So I think, that'd be my biggest advice. I'd say just accept that there's going to be some failures along the way, but
Broken noses.
there's but hopefully there's more good times.
Yeah.
But
Amazing.
and just stay positive and stay happy.
Yeah, I just want to add to our audience. I don't know George for a long time. I know for a very short period of time, but for me personally, he's an inspiration. Because
Thanks, man.
no, but I'm honest, because having a career in sport and stop playing, you emotionally can be attached for such a long time.
It's hard. It's not easy.
Yeah, and then you manage to move on, and do something different, and I'm sure you'll be very successful in whatever you do.
Yeah.
And I hope you will be a role model, and you are, for the younger generation who are playing sports or doing anything else. There is no end to what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's always something else.
And another thing, just fake it till you make it. I was never gonna be a good sports player, but
You never
I
did.
thought if I can you know, pretend, then I will get there. And I did. So I feel like I can do the same thing in anything, you know.
Yeah.
You can apply yourself to anything. And
You know what it is? It's a faith.
yeah.
It's a faith, yeah.
Yeah.
George, you are the best. Thank you. It was amazing. Thank you. Thank you.